But like I got so close to the end of Dragon Ball. Why are you going up the crates?
Because I'm like way far here. I'm trying to make my way back right now. Ice things like this, man. I haven't played some shit like this on Silver. No, I'm just going straight up. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
I'm there. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I love Dragon Ball. I got to pretty deep into the. I got to the start of the Piccolo saga, which I'm pretty sure is where it ends. But I need to go back and start from the beginning again, just so I can like marathon it all. Plus, I love it so much.
That's so interesting to me because you love it so much and you love Super so much. You love Z so much. You would really like Super, I think, because it doesn't do anything different as Dragon Ball Z.
That's the thing is like. I'm gonna have to watch because hang on, I gotta go to the washroom. I'll be right back. I'll finish this point because I do want to keep talking about this.
Hey John, what's your favorite anime? There are 2 Piccolo sagas. Yeah. I don't remember shit about original Dragon Ball. All I know is Blue Ribbon Army's a thing, and King Piccolo's a thing. That's me. That's my knowledge. I recently watched an anime called The Promised Neverland that came out. I think it was a spring anime. It may have been last year's winter anime, but it was so fucking good, and I really wanted to be continued. And I'm starting to read the manga. I'm still in the manga at the point where I'm still within the anime perimeter, so I haven't progressed past that. But fuck, that show's good. I want to watch some more.
You definitely just proved your own point. It's the Red Ribbon Army, not the Blue Ribbon Army.
There you go.
But that makes your point. But okay, so like my understanding of the story comes from the video games that I played, which are pretty accurate, and like I know the story for most of it. But there's some things that I think I'm just gonna have to pick up through watching the anime because I've never actually watched Dragon Ball. I like it because like I've played the games and the like. Wait,
you've never watched Dragon Ball Z?
That's what I meant. Yes.
Oh.
But I know the story. But like, so I know the story because the games show off the story, Budokai and Budokai 2. So I know the story.
Right. It's kind of like me with Naruto.
Some of the little things that you would only see by watching the anime, I don't know because I haven't watched the anime proper. But I know the story, and I know it that I like it. But there's some things like how many times, like it happens right at the beginning. Goku gets killed by Piccolo and Raditz. How does he come back to life that time? They don't wish him back with the Dragon Balls, but that's something I'm gonna have to watch the anime to find out. And like Krillin gets blown up by Frieza. How does he come back? I thought they didn't wish him back to life. I'm just gonna have to watch it, but I want to watch it all because I truly love.
I think they do wish him back to life. I could be wrong. Krillin, that is. I know how Goku comes back. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but okay. Real quick, I've wanted to watch Your Lie in April for a long time, John, and I'm probably gonna get to it. I watched A Silent Voice with KT the other night, and it was fucking fantastic. I know that's a movie, it's not an anime, a full show, but fucking fantastic movie.
We should watch the original Dragon Ball, just marathon.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of episodes. That's a lot.
Yeah, I love it. I like some of the moments are so funny. Fun fact, did you know that Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z had different intros in Canada? I don't know
Dragon
why.
Ball and Dragon Ball Z? Oh, you mean okay? Yeah. I thought you meant from each other. I was like, yeah, they're different anime, but no, I get what you're saying.
No, like they, you know how in America I think it was like Dragon, Rock, Dragon Ball Z. That's what it was, right? It wasn't that in
interesting.
Canada. It was like Dragon
Is this your first time watching it, John? Dude, fuck my stream. Go watch that movie. It's such a good movie. Actually, don't fuck my stream though. I'll finish the stream, then you finish the sound. It's so good, so good.
Did you watch A Quiet Place, by the way?
No.
A silent voice makes me think of A Quiet Place.
I did not. I want to. I heard it's very good.
I've heard it's good. I've heard Bird Box is really stupid. I don't know. I know that's not exactly relevant these days. Oh, he's seen it like.
Oh, you're fine then. It's just
but
that
yeah,
good
like,
of a fucking movie.
I've only seen like. I don't hate anime, but I just don't love.
I wanted to be like, no, you definitely do. I just wanted to like. No, you hate it. It's cool.
You hate it so much. No, what it is, I know what it is. I meant to say this a couple streams ago. I don't necessarily have an easy time following anime that is like just an anime. When it's an anime of something that's a little more established and I'm a little more into, like I have a much easier time. Like Pokemon and Dragon Ball. Those are established things. They don't like the anime is just part of it. You know what I'm saying? But where it's like something like where it's like Attack on Titan and like the anime is what it is. Like I know there is a manga and there are video games, but it's not part of like a massive franchise.
But what would the
anime starts?
But what would the difference be? Because the only thing that Dragon Ball and Attack on Titan had before they became anime was manga. And
yeah, but I don't care about manga.
And Attack on Titan also has 3 games. So it's that one. Attack on Titan's a tougher one.
It's tough to say, but like I guess with Pokemon, Dragon Ball's a bad example. But because it's just the way that I happen to fall into the Dragon Ball story, video games first, then anime. So that's a terrible example. But Pokemon specifically, like the video games came first, and then they turned it into an anime. Because I knew the games, I think the anime was easier for me to follow and give a shit about because the anime was just a small part of it.
Okay.
Whereas like something like let's pick any anime. Sword Art Online.
Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Is you're picking anime that are very controversial in opinion. You're picking when you say anime you don't like you just said Attack on Titan, you said Sword Art Online. Those are definitely 50-50.
No. I didn't say I didn't like Attack on Titan. I saw the first season. I actually quite enjoyed it. I watched the entire first season and really liked it. I've never seen anything of Sword Art Online, so I'm not saying I don't like it. I just know it as a title.
Right.
But is it fair to say that like Sword Art Online is primarily in the Sword Art Online franchise an anime? Like that's the driving force behind what's making that franchise money? Is that fair? I don't know. I'm asking.
It was, and then they came out with like 7 games. So they all have very like almost MMO type games, but not quite. They have a line of games for, I say 7 and I exaggerate. I think they have 3 that are out in America right now and 5 total in Japan. So maybe
here's another example though, like Yu-Gi-Oh. You played the card game. I played the card game, so therefore I can watch the anime. I really don't know how to put it into words, but like if the anime isn't necessarily the strongest part of that particular franchise, whereas there's more things that I'm already like exposed. I really don't know how to explain it, but I think you understand.
I get where you're coming from. Well, what anime don't you like? We'll start there. We'll try to figure this out. Because I see where you're coming from, but I don't think that's what it actually is. I think fuck you,
your gatekeeping shit.
I don't think that's what it is, but I think that's I think you're trying to guess
I'm
what it is
afraid
because
to
you're not
say the-
sure.
I did like Digimon. I haven't finished Digimon, but I like.
No, I'm gonna say what I think it is for you, and it definitely doesn't have to be, but
I don't know if it is necessarily anything because there's not really many animes I actively dislike.
I think
there's just animes that I don't necessarily.
I think you're like a lot of people, including Dan, in the fact that it's not necessarily impossible, but it's harder to be a part of something where the fan base is like intolerably bad, which is the case with most anime. I feel like when you see an anime and you heard an anime be talked about, Sword Art Online, for example, you've never seen it, but when you
well, I don't know anything.
When you hear most people talk about it, though, it's usually in a very cringy and annoying way. So it kind of it doesn't exactly give you a good mindset going into it. So it's hard to establish, not hard to establish your own opinions, but maybe I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but like.
Oh, exactly, Steven Universe, dude.
I've never seen.
Worst.
Never seen.
No, I will go out, and John will agree with me, and everybody else can trash me, dude. What a fucking horrible fan base, Steven Universe. Awful, awful fan base. These people torment people, and I can't stand it. And a lot of people would disagree, and they're gonna. And this is really going out there, and I apologize. But I've said Steven Universe has a bad fan base before, and the response that I got from that was that I'm transphobic. That's how radical these people are. You say that you don't like the fan base because you think they're kind of extreme, and they come out and like call you a racist or transphobic because they're that extreme. And that's not the whole fan base, because I like Steven Universe, John likes Steven Universe, Darren likes Steven. A lot of my friends, Jackie, Alex, they all like Steven Universe, and we're all fine. But there are some people that love that show that are loud and are in your face, and it's bad. And most of them are like, 11 to 13 years old.
Yeah, like I don't even say, like, I can't even say specifically that I hate these animes because, okay, here's a list of animes that I have watched, and most of them that I've watched, I've enjoyed. I watched the first season of Attack on Titan, loved it. Really want to go back and watch it again.
Sorry, bud. It's a good anime. I love it. Did you hear about it? The entire story.
Whatever.
The entire story is based around somebody being anti-Semitic. The writer is anti-Semitic, and Titans are meant to represent Jewish people.
Fucking great. Cool. Awesome. No longer.
Yeah, exactly. That one's tough.
That guy could go.
It's so hard to differentiate art from the person.
No, if that was his intention.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't matter how good
because like stuff like Heavy Rain,
I don't care.
stuff like Heavy Rain, like David Cage is an asshole, but he doesn't push those agenda in his games, so I think it's fine. Like, he's an asshole, but I'm still allowed to enjoy this game. Attack on Titan's fucked, dude. That's not okay. And I'm sorry to ruin that for you.
Is that... Okay, wait. I don't know if John's kidding. That's not Donald Trump's favorite anime for real.
I mean, no, probably not.
But it might... Like, I get the joke he's making.
No, probably no. I don't think Donald Trump knows what anime is. Well,
joke.
Donald Trump doesn't think Japan has video games. So...
Tell me he did not.
No, so a politician said it. I don't think it was Trump. People were making the whole argument about the mass shootings things, which I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not dipping into that. I'm not dipping into that conversation. God bless all of those people lost. Blah blah blah. But
my dad and I had not a heated, but like there were some words about that.
Yeah. So somebody did say,
go ahead.
The reason Japan doesn't have mass shootings is because they don't have video games. That was a politician's or a news reporter or something.
That's wild. Yeah. That's just wildly uninformed. My take on that, and this is all I want to say about that, I don't even bottle because I just don't want to talk about it, was if you think video games are that bad, CSI better go off the air, Law and Order better go off the air.
Right.
Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
All of that. You better get rid of The Godfather. Better not air that anymore. Mm-hmm. Better get rid of The Walking Dead. Breaking Bad's got to go away. all of those movies. Star Wars can't do that. Can't have Star Wars anymore. Anything that's ever had a gun, ever, anything.
Yeah.
Gotta go. It's gotta go. That's all. There's nothing
And
left.
we'll
Nope, can't be
we'll
done.
retract back to anime on that one. You were saying anime that you like and anime that you have seen.
Yeah, so the reason I didn't watch the second half of the second season, I'm pretty sure I watched it when it was quote unquote new, but because there wasn't a season 2 yet, and I was like waiting for it. I didn't watch it because it was such an emotional roller coaster that I was like, God, I didn't want to do that. And because Annie, like, actually it was Annie, right? That's the character.
The female Titan.
She reminded, she reminded me so much of someone that I know, like so much. And then when they turned out to be evil, I was like,
yeah.
And I was like, God, I don't know if I want to go deeper into this. But then I just stopped thinking about it.